Hi, beautiful Leo. Welcome to the channel. My name is Jennifer. This is Butterfly Ascension Channelings, and on today's episode, we will be reading the overall energy surrounding you at this very moment, what you're probably called to do or say or be, and what messages your team and spirit has for you. So without any further ado, let's begin. All right, I'm going straight to it. So the overall energy is number 36, wildness, electricity. You are being brought to life. This is a spiritual awakening. This is a new beginning. You're being jolted back to life, to light. Light. Breathe again, breathe again. Breathe again. That's Tony Braxton, right? That's what I'm getting. You're being brought to life. This is a new beginning. This is an awakening. You are being called to serve and open your mind to others, to different horizons, different possibilities, potentials. 11, page of chalices, which would be the page of cups with Samuel. And this is the moment he was being called by Yahuwah, the Most High. He heard the call and he answered. You're being called to come out wherever you are. Sorry, it came up. Come out from darkness. Come up from, I don't know why I want to say that, come out of the pit of hell, in a sense. You're being awakened. You're being opened. You're being called. It's as if, this is what I'm seeing, there's an energy pulling you forward from the heart center, pulling you forward. The inner is being pulled out to be expressed in this world. You are being called forth. And we ask you, are you hearing the call? Have you arrived to the conclusion that we are here to serve? And we are here to complement you in your stride, in your life, however we see fit, most appropriately in divine order and divine timing. I hear it, perk up your ears. Listen. Listen. This is a new beginning. This is a new beginning for you. It's like another phase, another cycle. We're in life is like, it's a perpetual change and cycles. We go through cycles. And the cycles could be short-lived, like they could be longer cycles. They could be of 7, 9, or 3-fold, whether it's 3 days, 3 nights, 3 weeks, months, or 7 years, 9 years, 7 months, 9 months. It doesn't matter. We're constantly going through cycles, like the season. So this is a new page because they're showing me a book and the page is changing. This is a new chapter. This is a new chapter unfolding before you. Heed the call. Heed the call. I'm tempted to pick other cards here. Hold on. I don't know why they have me look at it here. And you have a protector. So this is at the bottom of the deck. which is the Two of Chalices, Two of Cups, the bond of David and Jonathan. And we have Queen of Feathers, which would be Queen of Swords, Abigail the Peacemaker. It's an agreement you have. It's an agreement you have. I heard with angels. With angels. To move forward in this manner. The landscape seems bare, however, you do not see what it truly is as it is truly. You may feel or seem to be in solitude, however, you are surrounded. We compliment you. They keep saying, we compliment you. They keep saying that we compliment you. We're here for you. I got distracted, I think, with the bottom of the deck. It really feels like an agreement, a contract. This is support. It's either support and or community, but it's also agreement with the angelic realm. You're being supported by your angelic team. And note that we are mentioning angelic team and not spiritual team, even though they're part of it. But this is precisely angelic. So guardian angels, angels. And also at the bottom of the deck, after that is Queen of Feathers, which would be Queen of Sword. It feels like communication. Yes. I just heard intuitive communication, communication of the heart, speaking through the heart. Speaking through the heart to certain aspect of your life. Progress in your life. Let me see. It feels like your spiritual team is communicating with you. Blessed be. Blessed be the one who arises to the call. Blessed be the one who knows. Blessed be the one who listens. Blessed be the one who keeps their heart open to glorify the light within. Blessed be the one who remembers the statutes. Blessed be the one who hears. Blessed be the one. That's something that I wrote, I channeled, either today or yesterday, I don't remember. Perseverance. They're speaking of perseverance in this call, in this new beginning. Oh, sorry. They're singing to you. They're showing you the way. Pay attention to your intuitive hunches. Whether you hear it, you feel it, you see it, pay attention to those. Please do. Pay attention to those. Okay, let's move forward. So we have 13, Queen of Chalices, and that would be Queen of Cups. And in this representation, faith. I keep hearing faith in the process, faith that all is well and will be well. This is not begging. Let us be clear. Begging is not on the table. Begging is not acceptable. Clearing the way through fervent prayer, meditation, and faith obtains what is surely due to you. So this means whatever you've prayed for or are praying for, it is to come to pass. As long as it doesn't come from a space, from a fearful space, from a egoic space, because fear would be ego, right? This path is solidifying your I don't know why I'm hearing resistance. It's as if there's a resistance to change. But there's no need for this resistance. Let me tell you something. Change in your life is not without any difficulty. The difficulty arises from a resistance to change. As long as there is resistance to the process, to change, it will seem and feel difficult. And there's no need for it to be difficult. So in order to alleviate this perception, this sensation of difficulty, we must let go of this resistance, of this fear, of this knowing, thinking that we know better. Okay, it's gonna sound very churchy. Be subservient to the will of the Most High, to the divine's will. And when we say to the divine's will, listen, this is the divine. Grand Master Architect. They're showing me this. If you have seen the movie The Matrix, it would be in was it the third installment? Yes, it's the third installment, where Neo meets the architect. The architect is the divine Yahuwah, okay? He goes in the room, he meets him. He's all dressed in white, sitting, old man. Neo's there all dressed in black and saying, yo, what's up? What's good? And then the architect says, you've done this multiple times before. There are screens on the wall, and all these screens are showing the multiple infinite outcomes. And these outcomes have already occurred even though he has not lived it yet. In his timeline where he's standing there. Because the grand architect sees all, knows all. It sees everything ahead of time, sees every intricate detail and how it affects not only you, but everything and everyone around you. And see it this way. You do one thing which affects a person. This person is surrounded by 3 other people. It affects these 3 other people because there's a change that occurred in that person. These 3 other people change, and because they are changing and they are affected, they affect all the people around them. And it's just like a multiplication, a expansive domino effect. right? So what they're saying, what we're concluding to is, let the will of the architect take precedence to your own will. And when we say your own will, we're going to equate it to the ego's will. Anything attached to the egoic mind. Your desire very well may be from the Most High, from your inner self. Still surrender it to the Most High, to the inner self, your divine source, however you understand this supreme experience or expression. Okay? So through prayer and faith, you are surrendering your desire to your higher will, to the higher realm, to your higher self. Allow it to be so. And so it is. Fervent, 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 fervent. Be fervent. Be fervent. We're talking about a lot of how you're feeling. That's why the cups are showing up. It's a lot about your emotions attached to this desire, to this new... It seems unfamiliar because you haven't lived this before. This is a new chapter. Let it be familiar. State that this is familiar. A new beginning is familiar to me. Letting life unfold before me is familiar to me. Being free of shame and guilt and fear is familiar to me now. I am free of shame and guilt and fear, and I allow myself to be guided by my inner self, my higher self, the Most High God, divine source, Allah, whatever. Use these statements. We speak often of statements because a lot of the time, most of your time is spent stating through thoughts and words spoken or thought of. Therefore, we are implementing something that you are already accustomed to doing and giving it a change so you can perceive your world differently through the lenses of love. Okay? So now, I keep hearing pursuit of happiness. What is that about? Your desire is happiness. Your desire is happiness, pure happiness. So I'm going to go in a direction. The happiness could be, your desire for happiness could be expressed through motherhood, because her whole thing, her most deepest desire was to have this child who ended up to be Samuel. That was her whole desire, to have a son. It could be the desire to be in a relationship, because that's at the bottom of the deck as well. It could be to be in a relationship. It could be to be in divine alignment and not stray from your path, to be in divine alignment and no longer feel lost. Which is not the case, because you are being guided. You are simply being guided. And where you're being guided, or where the place could be just a state of mind, a state of consciousness, as well as a state of beingness. But wherever you're being guided, it comes to fruition. It brings joyful blessings. It brings blessings. Blessings are showering your life. There's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The sun is shining. The path is clear and beautiful. Right? Four of Feathers. And it reads, after the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper. So you've already went through the storm. You've already done that. The sun shines bright. You've reflected upon the past and you know now what you've extracted from this experience. This is a new beginning. I'm going to pause here to say that this feels like a continuation of the reading for Aries. So if ever you feel drawn to, you could go ahead and listen to the Aries reading. Because this feels very much like a continuation of Aries. Because today I'm just recording the fire signs. And I feel like the story continues with Leo. Okay? Elijah retreats into silence. They're calling you to retreat. To take the time to ponder. And see clearly what it is that you desire. And I don't want to say want, because want has like yearning, like a I don't have behind it. But desire feels like this would be great. I would love that. It doesn't feel like longing. So let's move on to these here. Choosing your path. So that has to do with the reflection here. Choosing your path. All is possible. You're looking ahead. You're looking ahead. To find that rainbow without longing or yearning for it, just knowing that you can trust the process. And you have awakened this wise leader within you. It's there. You're a leader. You're Leo, right? You're a leader. You become a beacon for others. Well, because of this passage, because I heard the word passage. And this is a rite of passage for you. This is a rite of passage. You're a humble warrior. You possess all the tools you need, everything you need. You've been given. You're equipped. You're equipped to take care of yourself. You're equipped to take care of yourself. And by taking care of you, you are able to let your cup overflow, and the overflow can be given through generosity without any resentment behind it. I was drawn to pick cards from the Wild Unknown Archetypes. Let me see why they wanted me to go there with this. What is it that you want them to know? What additional messages do you have for Leo? Ooh. Okay, love it. I picked two. Two came out. Okay, so we have prayer. They're emphasizing against prayer. It makes me think of this right here. Prayer. There's something you've casted a net a while back. It's a while back. You casted a net. You let it known. And you kind of forgotten about it. It was still at the back of your mind, but you kind of it was just, at the backdrop. I feel it in the back here. It wasn't taking possession of you. It wasn't obsessive. It was just there, hoping. And they're telling me it shall be answered shortly because of the vow, the covenant, the agreement you made with your angelic team. There's a covenant that was signed. There's a program that was written for you to obtain this thing. I don't know what the thing is. I don't know what it is. We conspire with you, they say. We conspire with you for the opening to this realm. So this chapter leads you to a realm where you've obtained what is regarded as sacred to you. It's sacred and it's pure. That's all I have. There's a treasure for you. There's a treasure for you. The hands of spirit, the hand of God is at play here. It's at play here. Keep your mind open. Keep your heart open. Do not lose faith. Keep your faith up. Well, Leo, this concludes our reading for you. I hope you have found the message you were looking for, the guidance and the clarity needed. I would like to thank your guides and my guides for this beautiful message, this beautiful communication. And with that being said, I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. Bye.